and gentlemen, we are just a few minutes away from our next match here at Field 5, featuring City Soccer FC in orange and black as they take on Cardinal Legacy, a Stanford alumni side in white.
Something for a long time, yes. You're like, oh yeah, my body's not made for it. Even sitting, it's like, so yeah, I'm glad I'm not at a desk at home. I work remote.
Oh, okay.
It's great. I hate sitting in my second bedroom all day, but at some point you're like, oh, I've been standing for like 5.5 hours.
I know, my back started hurting during the first game, and I was like, I've been used to sitting at a desk. Like, this is, I like that I didn't stand, but my back is, I also went to the gym this morning, so.
Good flex. It's like no big deal, just like making myself better every day.
No, it honestly, it worked out really well. I go to a gym literally 7 minutes away, and they have classes, and there's a 6 a.m. class. So I was like, I can totally get a class in before rolling up. I used to go with my friend, and then she threw back out on lucky, and switched to a different gym. I'd say
Field 5 between Cardinal Legacy and City Soccer FC. Introducing this afternoon's starting lineups. First for Cardinal Legacy. In goal, number 1, Nico Corti. And defender, number 11, Tyler Conklin. Defender, number 15, Will Cleary. In the midfield, number 22, Logan Patcha. Midfield, number 14, Jerry Gimby. In the midfield, number 27, and forward, number 30, Today's starting lineup for City Soccer FC. In goal, number 1, Anderson Vera. And defender, number 3, Exxon Brahild. And defender, number 14, Jeff Michaud. In the midfield, number 18, Roger Canis. Number 7, Mati Viringossi. And number 8, Cesar Quintero. And forward, number 9, Dylan Tolero. We are moments away from Cardinal Legacy and City Soccer FC on quick reminder on the TST rules. We'll play 2 20-minute halves followed by target score time. There is no stoppage time in TST. At the end of regulation, we will add 1 to the winning team's goal tally to determine the target score. If Team A is leading Team B 2-1, the target score would be 3, and the first team to hit that number is the winner. Every match here at the soccer tournament ends on a walk-off match winner.
It's so cool. Welcome, everybody, to the final match of the morning session of Day 1 group stage play of the 2025 TST, the soccer tournament. No one else does it like this, and we've got a big matchup to open up in Group B action. We have Cardinal Legacy, alumni of Stanford University, the only school to win 3 straight men's NCAA championships in this century, facing off against returning City Soccer from South Florida for the second ever year. Cardinal Legacy in their all-white kit, City Soccer in the orange and black, and we are kicked off. You see the starting lineups for these two teams. For City Soccer, there's an obvious star, number 3, Edson Braafheid, who played in the 2010 World Cup for the Dutch national team. And on the flip side, for this Cardinal Legacy squad, so many players who have won national titles, who have been through the battles and have played at the highest levels. But in the starting lineup, keep an eye out for number 14, Jared Gilby. Went on to play in Denmark after his time with the Stanford team. Logan Pancho as well, number 22. Part of what is the most fascinating story in Group B. This Cardinal Legacy squad, built from Stanford alumni, knocked off the Indiana Hoosiers in the 2018 National Championship, and they will face off against Hoosier Army tomorrow evening in the final group stage game. Both of these teams looking to collect as many points as they can before then. And Logan Pancho's brother, Austin, will be on the field in that game as we break out for the first time. Cardinal Legacy through Shane DeFlores. Clipped over the top and easily handled in the end by Anderson Vera. This is a City Soccer group, as I said, that was here last year. Collection of players mainly living in the South Florida area. The big connection across all of the players. There's a connection to Colombia. A number of Colombians living in South Florida playing week in and week out with City Soccer, and a number of more veteran Colombian, some international, some Colombian league players for some of the biggest clubs, Medellin, Nacional, Once Caldas. These players with huge resumes in Colombia that now are looking to put together the right collection to try and go a step further in TST this year than they did last year. They've won some big international tournaments on the small-sided game. They represented the U.S. in the Red Bull International 5v5 competition. They won an Amateur World Cup in China in the small-sided game, as well as in the full 11. City Soccer won the 2023 UPSL Regional Championship. So a ton of experience playing together, both outside and inside. And this TST tournament is going to require the right mix of all of it. You'll see that ball feathered across the field by Brafid. Played in the 2010 World Cup, including appearing in the final in South Africa as the Netherlands, the record unfortunate loser in the World Cup finals. Of course, beaten that time by Andres Iniesta and Spain. And now leading this team from the back. Cardinal legacy built by Ty Thompson. Starting this game on the bench. Thompson saw his brother Tommy and the Hoosier Army team have the success they've had the last 2 years, including a semifinal run last year, and decided it was time for Stanford to put together a team. We've seen Georgetown alumni in this competition as well as Air Force alumni. And a chance for a Stanford program that many would argue is the class of college soccer. Under Jeremy Gunn, 3 straight national championships. They've done things no other team has ever done, including Nico Corti in goal, conceding 0 goals across 3 years in NCAA College Cup play. This one to the far post and a sliding clearance. It was an opening on that far side. Sam Werner putting his body on the line for his team as now we get a free kick. Logan Pancho to 1. Knocked down. The foul from Jeff Michaud, one of the most experienced players in this City Soccer group. Michaud, an MASL All-Star in arena soccer, played outside with some big-time teams in the U.S., including Forward Madison. So a free kick coming now. The wall lined up by our head referee, Kevin Maurer. Drilled on the ground. It takes a deflection. It goes wide. It will be a corner kick. Those are the dangerous moments here at TST with the game so compact. Any deflection could fall to a teammate. So Ty Thompson, the captain of this team, will take over this corner. One of the most prestigious soccer families. His dad, an All-American at IU. His brother, San Jose Earthquakes, first ever homegrown. Also playing at Indiana University. And Ty decided to go out west to Stanford, create a little bit more juice to the rivalry that didn't need any help between Stanford and IU. Logan and Austin, of course, 2 brothers that also span that rivalry. As you see the composure here from Cardinal legacy. That cross blocked out. Tyler Conklin trying to dance along the sideline there. And it's been Cardinal legacy on the front foot throughout. Group B will have Hoosiers Army and Cagliari. Serie A representation, one of the many big-time foreign teams to bring a group here. Last year, Cagliari split their squad with Como. But this year, they bring their own representation, a number of Serie A players on the roster for their group. And as I said, Hoosier Army last year, semi-finalists, knocking off Villarreal and Pat McAfee's Concaifa on the road there. And so this is a group that is going to be very, very tough. And 3 points to start it out are going to be huge. Tonight at 8:15 Eastern Time will be when these two teams step on the field next. For City Soccer, that will be against Hoosiers Army. So Cagliari will play Cardinal Legacy in that match here at Cary, North Carolina, WakeMed Soccer Park. Over 7 fields of action, multiple stadiums built out. There is no soccer experience like it. So if you're watching and you're in the area, come on out for another one of the sessions either later today or later this week. If you are not, put on the schedule for 2026. It's going to be the perfect start to what is going to be a legendary summer of soccer in 2026 around the U.S., Mexico, Canada World Cup. Dangerous moments here, and Brian Nanasinkum chooses to just be safe finally and clear that one away. Amir Bashti stepping on the field for the first time, expected to be the creative force for this team. Bashti, one of the highest picks in MLS Super Draft out of Stanford. Spent a couple of years with Atlanta United, playing mostly for Atlanta United too. On the field behind us, Atletico Madrid just been upset by Certified Lions, trailing 4-1. They came back to win 5-4 in target score time because the clock never runs out on you here at TST as that shot's deflected wide. So we'll play two 20-minute halves for 40 minutes of regulation. We will set the target score, 1 goal more than the higher score when we end that. And we will play until we have a walk-off goal. The header down in the middle of the box. Good work here from City Soccer to push the attack. That is the beauty of TST. Every game ends on a walk-off. Every game ends on a goal. The scorer of that goal earns their team 3 points and themselves an opportunity to win the Adidas Golden Fleece scarf. As you see an injury here off the ball for this Cardinal Legacy squad. So the trainer over to help. Looks like Trevor Hyman, the one being assisted off the field. Every team brings 20 players to the tournament, up to 20 players. They're also allowed 30 players on their preliminary roster. If necessary, pull from those players. That's the last thing you want to see at the start of this competition. Tomas Sierra, one of the most experienced players in the City Soccer team now on the ball. Has played across the Americas in his native Colombia as well as in Panama. For one of the big sides in San Francisco as well as in Medellin. We have had some phenomenal games so far. Reggae Rovers have come out flying once again after a huge performance last year in their tournament debut. They got a 5-1 win in their opening game. Nani FC, finalist last year under the 2018 European Championship winner, saw his team take a 3-1 win over Debutants 6-1-0. West Ham and Villarreal have come out the gates with big victories as well. Some of the big names, some of the surprise names, La Bombonera, reigning champions, have returned once again. They will look to lead things in Group A. But you can see the teams returning that have tweaked their rosters. You've seen some players move around rosters, players that have been here at TST the last year or two, switching teams, trying to just find that extra element that you need to get over the top, and that's where it's fascinating to watch this Cardinal Legacy group that has never been here before. Try and figure out the style, the rules, the flow of the game, as well as the balance. This is a dangerous spot here, trying to be aggressive off the turnover, not able to take advantage. Trevor Islam there, trying to sneak that pass in. He is one of 4 current Stanford soccer players who is part of this tournament. So the NIL rules the way they are, these players allowed to participate And they are going to be a massive part of this team. Their physicality, their energy levels as in-prime players mixing with the sort of class and experience of the alumni players is part of what this Cardinal Legacy group hopes is the winning formula. City Soccer showing some good patience in their build-up. Cesar Quintero, one of the most experienced players on this team, trying to play between the lines there. Has played for some of the biggest clubs in Colombia and Venezuela. Now a break is on for Cardinal Legacy in the recovery run. Touches it away, but only as far as another Cardinal player. Quick substitutions here. Sam Werner comes back on the field, as does Alfonso Ticoni Gradias. This one cut against the grain from Jarvie. Trying to find that one back for the run of Duncan Jarvie. That cross is blocked down. And it looks like it did go out for a throw-in from Kevin Maurer. Jarvie, another one of the current Stanford players, added to this team late on as they to figure out who was available and who would get the chance to play. Ty Thompson said for the alumni players in this group, it was a very specific reason to take each player for attributes both on and off the field that they could bring. Most noted from this man, Nico Conti, who they talked about his leadership qualities and what he is known for off the field that would be so key to this team. Long ball over the top, trying to flick it on off the head of Werner. Can't link up with a teammate. So both teams throwing some jabs here early on. But neither team able to find that one big breakthrough. We approach the final 5 minutes of this first half. Day one action that has been fast and furious across all the fields here to open things up. Quick goal led by Sebastian Javinko and coached by Jimmy Conrad this year, stepping off the field for the first time at TST. They got a dramatic 3-2 target score win against FC Roja, one of the favorites out of Switzerland. A number of big results already coming through. The other game in this group right now, Hoosier Army and Cagliari knotted in at 1-1. It's a few minutes behind us. Club America, one of the giants in this tournament, led by Miguel Layun, are trailing Drip FC 3-1 right now. As this one's feathered into the box. It's still alive. Conti with the touch, and a big chance goes wanting. Slips out unexpectedly. Goalie out of frame, and it needed any touch on goal to be the opener, and Cesar Quintero will be questioning that one. You see a little bit more aggression there from City Soccer to break lines, to play into Cardinal Legacy's shape rather than around the outside. It exposes you if you lose it, but at some point, each team's got to find and choose and pick their gaps to try and play into. Shane DeFlores not able to keep that one for his team. Sprayed out wide to restart the attack. Can either team steal a goal here late in this first half and take some momentum into the halftime whistle? 20-minute halves, running subs, 7v7 action until we get to target score time. Every game will end on a walk-off goal. Every game ends with some drama. The target score time every 3 minutes. You don't have a goal, you pull player off the field for both teams. We have already seen games get down to 2v2 action. We've seen teams make dramatic comebacks as well from 2 and 3 goal deficits in target score time. So the clock will never run out on you. But you want to set yourself up as well as you can. 3 games here on Field 5. All 3 teams that led entering target score time did hold on. Beautiful touch here. Cardinal Legacy starting to move it around. A chance in the box. The shot is blocked, and City Soccer come away with it. Sam Werner spinning on the spot, trying to get it away. Beautiful work from Pancho to help create the chance. And then a big tackle on the other side from Will Cleary, one of the current Stanford players.
On field 5, under 3 minutes remaining in the first half, still scoreless.
Stanford, of course, the class of the Pac-12 before it closed up shop, and now familiar with the North Carolina area as a member of the ACC. Starting to make those cross-country trips, and what a loaded soccer conference now when put together 2 of what were the best in the Pac-12 and ACC. Of course, programs like UNC, Duke, UVA, Clemson that have won a number of national championships combined. The programs out of Stanford and UCLA, which could themselves be international teams. Stanford, of course, maybe their most famous alumni, Jordan Morris. Ty Thompson said, we recruited them. He and Corey Baird were interested. Their clubs would not release them, which is not a shock. Seattle's going to play against PSG, Botafogo, and Atletico Madrid in the Club World Cup in about 2 weeks. So I don't know that Jordan has some free time on his hands, but both of them said the moment they retire, they want to be here playing for this team. Corey Baird, of course, currently on the books at FC Cincinnati, former RSL homegrown signing and rookie of the year. One of the many high-level professional performers that come out of this Stanford program. Conti with the long ball. Almost sneaks through as we are into the final minute of this first half. Can City Soccer take advantage now? Cross-played in, it's deflected. Conti took no chances on that one. It's almost an own goal. City Soccer now will look to play quickly here in the dying seconds. They hold this down to maybe one last big chance. They go all the way back. Their coach, of course, for this game, City Soccer, is Marcelo Castillo, who was here last year with the Reggae Rovers, so has experience in this tournament, helped lead the Reggae Rovers, one of the favorites who made it all the way to the knockout rounds. And now trying to bring his composure as that one is a laser off the foot of Andres Osorio, the Leones FC midfielder, forcing the big save from Conti. Still without the breakthrough. This one's now turned over, and that'll be our final kick of this first half. 2 teams feeling their way into the competition in Group B, knotted at 0-0 as we enter halftime of this opening match of the 2025 TST competition.
On field 5, we are at the half and are scoreless between Cardinal Legacy and City Soccer FC.
Just a reminder about target score time. That is the format for each and every TST match. At the end of our 40 minutes of regulation, there is no stoppage time. The match continues until we hit target score. Let's say Team A leads Team B 2-1. That would mean the target score.
We are coming out of halftime here at TST. Day one group stage action between Cardinal Legacy and City Soccer. City Soccer out shooting Cardinal Legacy 5-3 in that first half, 3-2 on goal. But yet we remain knotted at 0-0 between these two teams in Group B action. Looking to start the tournament off in first place with an early win. Preparing for the evening games right now, Hoosier Army and Cagliari tied at 1-1 in their game. So everything to play for across Group B right now here at TST. David Goss with you on this TST feed. This Cardinal Legacy group of Stanford alumni and current players making their debut in the competition. City Soccer out of West Palm Beach, Florida, in their second ever TST competition. Last year, came into the group stage. Were able to play against Como, North Carolina FC, and Villarreal. Use that experience in this game. Had the best looks of the first half here. But still without the breakthrough as we head through the second 20 minutes and into target score time. So this game, as every TST game will end on a goal after these 20 minutes. We'll set the target score one more than the leading team, or up one goal from the tie, whatever number that is at, and then we will play until someone scores that goal, pulling a player off the field for both teams every 3 minutes inside of target score time, down from 7v7 to 6v6 and more. Reminder, running subs throughout this second half for these teams. Rosters of 20 for both sides. Cardinal Legacy trying to close down a little more aggressive here in this second half. They put the pressure on, and you see the class and quality there from Edson Brafid. He played in the 2010 World Cup final, the Dutch international. Not shaken by the pressure coming from this Cardinal squad. Almost able to create the opening. Pressure now by City Soccer. Cardinal able to play out of it. Thompson through the lines. A little bit of space here. Weaver trying to turn. He cannot, and he gets called for the foul. Werner there on the ball. Both these teams showing a little bit more composure here in this second half. Reacting to what they saw in the opening 20 minutes of the conversations amongst the coaching staffs. Rafid, most experienced player on the team, but not the only one who's played the highest levels internationally and in club. Trying to sneak this one through to Mishad. Can't keep possession, then Bashti can't keep his feet. City Soccer back on the ball. Their orange kits with the black shorts going right to left on your screen. Charging forward now is City Soccer. Long ball over the top. First touch here to set up the shot, and it's blocked. In the perfect spot there is the captain, Ty Thompson. You see this idea starting to come for this City Soccer group. Really only saw them play into the Cardinal Legacy shape one or two times in the first half, and doing much better to find someone in the pocket this time. Cause a little bit more chaos, and they've used the width really well. This time, though, maybe they've left themselves exposed. Cardinal Legacy trying to move quickly in transition. That one's knocked away before Bashti could get to it. And City Soccer will let it run out. So both teams make some changes here to keep the energy levels high. It's not a big field, but it requires so much action. Constantly sprinting, constantly readjusting and closing down. There's no room to rest as we are currently sitting at 81 degrees, real feel of 83. So the sun is out, it's hot, but it's a perfect day for soccer. You could not ask for better here in Cary, North Carolina. This one played along the sideline, the goalkeeper beaten, and the clearance off the line. Gorgeous footwork for City Soccer, but as you'd expect, last-ditch defending of the highest order. Andrew Apramini. The save off the line for Cardinal Legacy. And what a huge chance there out of the feet of Fabian Bastidas. City Soccer continuing to knock on the door now. Growing and growing in this second half. Cardinal Legacy hanging on. Can they suffer through it and keep the shutout for now? You don't see Conti beaten like that very often, as once again, you see the composure and the class and quality from Brafid in possession. This one's turned over and not able to link up. McMillan will rotate possession. It's amazing to watch. Current college soccer player trying to close down a World Cup veteran, and something you only get at TST. The clash of styles, the clash of experience, but it's the beauty of soccer is so many great players in so many different ways around the world. TST, one of those great equalizers. You take some time off the clock, close the space down a little bit, and really so many different players can challenge each other. Corti, three-time national champion. Finished his career in the Houston Dynamo setup with some second-team minutes with Rio Grande, as well as training consistently with the Houston Dynamo. Now working full-time, but a chance to put the gloves back on and represent a program that meant so much to him. It's Cardinal Legacy now playing through the pressure. Starting to find feet a little bit more here. This is their best moment of this second half. Is there a chance at the end of it? City Soccer not going to make it easy here. They're not able to clean things up. Trevor Islam, one of those current Stanford players, trying to link up with Duncan Jarvie, the two of them training day in and day out on their college team. A good starting point to use that chemistry here early on. The top two teams from all 12 groups of 4 will go through to the next round. The 8 best third-place teams will go through. Head-to-head, the first tiebreaker in the groups. So every result matters so much to these teams. As our head referee, Kevin Maurer, calls that one out. It's the final game of the morning session here. We'll have an evening session. All these teams will come back and play, and both these teams on the field at 8:15 tonight as this one's laid off here. And Corti, first one to it. It's now Cardinal Legacy. I wanted to try and go in transition. It's very rare to get a chance to play against the non-set defense here at TST. But for teams, it's that balance of then not overexposing yourself and having a turnover where the other team can counter and kill you. And this game has been as even as we have seen here at TST. Absolutely anything could happen over the course of These final few minutes of this second half. Big chance coming here. The shot, and it's off Nana Singh coming in. As I said, it's rare to get a transition opportunity. David Ochoa flying down the right side. His shot to the far post may have been going in anyway, but it knocks off the Stanford alumni defender, and it's in the back of the net. So Cardinal Legacy in their TST debut now will have to battle from behind, trying to challenge. This one rolls out. So yeah. The final calling is an own goal, and it is to Stanford's Nico Ray McMillan. The right back out of Seattle originally. The unfortunate touch. Not really sure there's much he could have done. But the shot off the foot of Ricardo Tapia to create it, and it was a gorgeous transition moment. City Soccer didn't put their foot on the ball, just able to see that one out. So big opening goal to take the lead here. If we get to the end of time at 1-0, the target score will be set at 2. So Cardinal Legacy very much in this game. They're still looking for their first goal of the tourney, and feels like that's the hardest one to get a lot of times for some of these teams. They restart play quickly. Back into the middle, closed down immediately, and just no room to breathe there for Jared Gilby. Touchdown there off the chest of Takonu Gradias. You can see the frustration from De Flores. Out there pressing, thought that the lines were going to come with him. They did not. City Soccer here, they've got to find the balance between being composed and continuing to push their advantage. You need every goal you can get here at TST. There is no sitting on your leads. Big tackle there in the open field. Can they do so once again here on the break? And Gallego was trying to cut that one back again to Tapia. Well read by the Cardinal Legacy defenders. City Soccer came out the gates in this second half. A little bit more of a plan offensively. Had one cleared off the line, a couple other dangerous chances. And that own goal that they forced in the transition. Gilby now leading the pressure. This one will float all the way over the top. And now Cardinal Legacy looking to go direct.
On field 5,
a little soccer tennis going on here as
in the 34th
Will Cleary
1-0
sitting on the ball too long, and City Soccer really holding two players high in the attack on their own build-outs, trying to stretch Cardinal Legacy's defensive shape. Cardinal, you can see the sort of three center mids sitting in the middle, not man-marking anyone, trying to find the balance of providing support to the lead attacker's press. This time it's Bashti, but also having enough numbers defensively deep. Close down here, a chance coming for Cardinal Legacy. Bashti played in, and it's saved. Best chance of the game for Cardinal Legacy, and Anderson Vera steps up big. That's the chance Cardinal Legacy have been waiting for. They've been working on their triggers. They're able to close down, win it back, go quickly. And Bashti, the one player they would have wanted to see put in on goal, but the size of Vera, imposing in a goal size like this, and how impressive his ability to still get down and get big at a size like that. So we approach the final 5 minutes of the second half here for this group stage opener in Group B. Cagliari and Hoosier Army, the other two teams in this group. Cagliari taking a 2-1 lead. As we see out the final group stage openers, we will have a full second session of games here. Every single team will play once again starting around 3 p.m. Eastern time. We've got some big matchups coming there. West Ham against Villarreal. Concavo will be back out there on the field. Reggae Rovers, 5-1 winners already, will be back out there. So some big debutants, some big returning teams. La Bombonera, Boca, Dallas, pulling some players from last year's La Bombonera winning team. Some of the best futsal, indoor, and Kings League players in the world on display, as Bashti can't keep that one in. Good first touch there. It was a good idea. Everyone assumed that ball was coming down, and then there was going to be a moment to react. And Bastidas decided to go first time across the 6. And just no one there to make the run. But the City soccer team has been able to play long in their build-outs, understanding the pressure coming from Cardinal Legacy. Their attackers sort of floating behind the back line. The layoff here, pull cross coming in, not able to beat the first defender. And now a reset of the attack. All over the top to Weehan. Weehan, similar idea, trying to go first time, but his header too close to goal. Not a ton of time left here in regulation, but still plenty of time for Cardinal Legacy. This game will end in a goal. At the end of the 40 minutes, we will go to target score time. We will set the target score, and we will play until someone hits that number. The clock never runs out. Right now, it'll be at 2 goals. So a very doable deficit for Cardinal Legacy, but they're still looking for their opening score of the competition. City Soccer look the more likely to score next, which would be the exact scenario they'd be in target score time. Good battle here. And somehow Conklin able to come away with it ahead of Canas. And now a chance over the top. Keeper off his line. Reset, play to the top of the box. Thompson lines it up, and Thompson's shot is saved. The captain looked like he was going to have maybe the best chance to open up the scoring there. Bashti now keeps this alive, beats 2 defenders, goes down, and we've got a free kick on the edge of the box. You can see the physicality growing here. You saw it on that breakaway. You see it once again in that foul. You know what it means to these teams. 3 points to start the group would be everything to set the stage for what they hope would be a long TST run. Bashti now surveys his options. He's got a couple of players right off him. Bashti goes direct on goal. It comes back to him through the box and saved away. What a save from Vera. Deflected header, and he extends to keep it a 1-0 lead. Unbelievable scenes for this City Soccer group. As we have a stoppage here late on. Not the first time we've seen Brafid go down. The most experienced player, maybe the most important one on this City Soccer team. And we saw him get hit in the midsection earlier in the game. The hope is that it's not anything structural. So the clock has been stopped here, the dying moments of this half. Right now, Anderson Vera, a Nacional veteran, keeping City Soccer ahead with one of the best saves of the tournament, and an own goal has the Florida side in front. So Brafid goes off there after having the trainer take a look at him, as that's a long strike and it didn't go over by much. Corti reacted, but that one had eyes for that top corner. Brafid still talking to the trainer, but looks like he might be available to come back. It'll be a big call for City Soccer as we approach target score time. The referee just trying to open up the space for Cardinal Legacy to take that corner kick as they're allowed. And City Soccer on the break there, but they won't get a chance. But they are one goal closer. The target score is set at 2. Whoever gets their first wins. If Cardinal Legacy score 2 unanswered, they will win their first ever TST game. If not, if City Soccer puts in 1, they walk out with 3 points in their TST return. We'll be back with target score time in just a moment.
Target score time. We remove one player from each team. We can get all the way down to a possible 2-on-2, including the goalkeepers. Once again, we are moments away from target score time. Target score is 2.
Yeah, some teams are free, and they're like, we'll take risks, but then we'll be left open. And other teams are like, the most important thing is for us to be defensively stable, and we don't care if chances come in. A normal soccer game, one team defends, it's 1-0, it's cool. With this, it's like, well, this is the one goal game, anyone could win type thing. Yeah. The problem with the last one is that so you're like, can we do this eventually? Da, 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 da. The 2-2 two teams coming back out on the field for the biggest moment of the day for them. Target score time of the opening group stage match here at the 2025 TST. The road to $1 million starts here, and one of these sides will end the afternoon in first place in Group B. Will it be City Soccer leading 1-0 off the own goal that they forced late in the second half, or will it be Cardinal Legacy in their debut match here at the soccer tournament? I'm David Goss with you here for Target Score Time. The target score has been set at 2. So any goal City Soccer scores, and we walk off the field with a winner, and we award that player the Golden Fleece by Adidas. If not, if Cardinal Legacy can score 1, they knot it up. If they can score 2, they would steal the 3 points coming from behind. We have already seen 2-goal and 3-goal comebacks in target score time in this first day. So absolutely anything could happen here. We've seen the physicality turn up a level as this game's worn along. We've seen the quality shine out for both teams. City Soccer controlled the opening 10 minutes of the second half, but they were able to score off a transition moment. Then Cardinal Legacy starts to create their chances. Big chance for Bashti late in that second half. And 2 unbelievable saves for Anderson Vera in goal. The goalkeepers are going to be massive here, both their shot-stopping ability and their ability with their feet. Every 3 minutes of target score time, we will pull a player off the field until we get that second goal. So we will go from 7v7 down to 6v6, 5v5, and more. That means that the goalkeepers are going to have to come out and start to play and get involved in the attack as the space opens up. Corti up the line. Taken away, and now City Soccer there for his chance to put their foot on the ball. A ton of experience in this team. World Cup veterans, Copa Libertadores veterans, and a group that has played consistently across multiple competitions, small-sided and full field, out of the City Soccer facility in West Palm Beach, Florida. Well, that one forced out as Cardinal Legacy's pressure has turned up in this second half. And now into target score time. Cardinal Legacy with 4 current Stanford College soccer players, the program that they are representing. And they are trying to use their energy here in target score time. This one into the box. Chance here, and it's flashed over the crossbar. The cutting pass into the box. Werner with a clean first touch, and the 3-time national champion. So close to the opening goal for this Cardinal Legacy side. City Soccer trying to go long, but they cannot directly off the goal kick. It had to be played someone else first as Cardinal Legacy smartly tries to take advantage quickly. So we will pull a player off the field for these two teams. We are down to 6v6 soccer here at TST. Next goal wins for City Soccer. Cardinal needs to score 2 unanswered. Still stuck behind the shutout. Trying to score their first goal ever in Group B. Cagliari leading Hoosiers Army in the other group stage game a few minutes behind us, so still has not entered target score time. City Soccer showing their composure to play through the pressure. For Cardinal Legacy, the extra space may help them in possession, where they've struggled to break City Soccer's shape down, but it might hurt them as their pressure has been their best weapon in this second half. Becomes harder and harder to close down across more and more space. So it'll be interesting to watch how this one develops. Osorno rotates possession to the far side. Quintero leading from the back. Cesar Quintero, one of the most experienced players in this team. Quintero trying to play back at the pressure. It's turned over. Is this the chance for Cardinal Legacy? The cut inside and a free kick drawn. And we will get a yellow card as well. So the yellow card issued to Andres Osorno as he dragged down Shane DeFlores. And quite honestly, for City Soccer, they're fine with that. Free kicks are harder to score against than what was happening in transition there. And now Cardinal Legacy will look to take advantage. It'll be Logan Pancho standing over this one. He's preparing to face off against his brother tomorrow in the group stage against Hoosier Army, a rematch of the 2018 NCAA National Championship between Stanford and Indiana. So Pancho lines this one up, a three-man wall in front of him. Puts it to the far side. The flick is in. Amir Bashti, the opening goal of the 2025 TST for Cardinal Legacy. And we are in next goal wins territory here in target score time. It's exactly what you want to do with that free kick. You've got the wall, therefore you've got free runners away for this Cardinal team. Pancho finds Bashti on that far post, and Bashti makes up for the 1v1 opportunity he couldn't put away. A little Croy flick for the finish. And now we are level. A reminder, next goal wins. It'll be a walk-off goal here from Cary, North Carolina in the 2025 TST to move to first place in Group B. So now a free kick opportunity. Can City Soccer make it as worthwhile? Brafield back on, the 2010 World Cup final veteran. Came off the bench for the Netherlands to play deep into extra time against Spain. As we pull another player off the field for both these teams. So we are down to 5v5 for these two squads. A lot of space to cover now. Any mistake means you walk off a loser as the free kick saved by Corti. Potential turnover here. Cardinal Legacy flying forward. Bashti and Weehan trying to win it back. They cannot. Can City Soccer now take advantage? The space is there as Bashti comes all the way back to help defend. And now Cardinal Legacy reset their lines. Brafield will come back on. And he will look to pull the strings for his team. As you see Vera now, for the first time, step out of his goal and join the attack with the extra space available. It makes life harder for the Cardinal Legacy. It also makes life more dangerous for City Soccer. At some point, Vera is going to have to step in and take a shot. The deeper you get into the defensive shape, the more dangerous it is in a turnover, and the shot becomes sort of the safest option. Little fake there, and white jerseys everywhere, and Brafield going to that end line, trying to play it back across the box, but it was too quick of an opportunity for Vindangosi to get on the end of it. But you see the ideas there for City Soccer, and now the subs made. The captain, Ty Thompson, back on the field. Manon Sinkum on the field as well for this Cardinal Legacy squad. Duncan Jarvie playing on the top of the box, the current Stanford player, the target forward for this group. As now for the first time we see Corti step forward. Corti, 3 straight college cups, 0 goals conceded on the road to 3 national championships. It's an NCAA record, but this is a whole new challenge here at TST. And it's all about the balance of taking risks to go and win it and not exposing yourself too much. Corti looking for the run of Jarvie. Wasn't sure what he wanted to do, and maybe a little fortunate there that Vera wasn't quicker in transition to try and go the other way. So City Soccer will make the big change here. Vera comes off the field. They make the change in goal to try and bring a little bit more playmaking ability to the field. So Fernando Cortez, the backup goalkeeper, now on the field. A little more comfortable in possession. Broffield working that end line as he has now in this target score time. Turns it over, though, to Thompson. The keeper's off his line. Thompson sneaks it across to Jarvie. Jarvie closed down. The foul against City Soccer, but they saved the transition moment. Cortez was the starter last year. He's got experience in this TST target score setup. And so trying to tap into that is this City Soccer group under Marcelo Castillo. Castillo, of course, the success he had with Reggae Rovers, also knows this setup very well. We are down to 4v4 action on the field. Nana Singh come across the top of the box. A dangerous pass. It's turned over. Corti off his line. The full field shot goes wide. They knew exactly what was happening. Did City Soccer. Corti well off his line. Bastidas trying to float that one in for the walk-off winner. And Cardinal Legacy remain alive in this one by a whisker. Next goal wins, down to 4v4. The drama turned up to 10 here. A space for Cardinal Legacy to try and take advantage. They cannot, though. They turn it over. City Soccer trying to play out of the pressure to reset the play. Jarvie, though, not giving up on it. This is where the legs of those current Stanford players can come into great use. Space here to shoot, though. And a big block from close range by Werner. Now can Jarvie create something here? 4v4 action. He's dragged down on the edge of the box. A yellow card comes out. And a big free kick opportunity here for the Cardinal Legacy. A yellow card to Leandro Osa, former Miami Fusion player for this South Florida side. We are getting close to 3v3 action. Cardinal Legacy came in to this target score trailing one. They got the goal off a free kick that was redirected by Bashti. Can they do it once again here? Shot low off the wall. And had to be recovered there by McMillan. So a whole new set of players on the field for both these squads. McMillan plays it all the way across. It's too far for the head there of De Flores. And now City Soccer, the opportunity to sub in possession. A dangerous cross-field pass. McMillan heads it down. And lucky to see Cortez be able to get it before a Cardinal Legacy attacker. Both these teams taking some risks with the quality and decision-making on their passing across the field. With so much space, you'd think consistently you could sort of play into safe space, not into players who are being closed down, as we are now going to enter 3v3 territory. So a player pulled off the field for both teams. And a whistle there against City Soccer, as there's a new rule coming in, although not called here, which is you must progress the ball. You cannot just stand on the ball and wait. You have to push the play somewhat. Not called in this one, warned from the referee, and now Not only is Cortez off the field, but City Soccer have gone with full 3 field players, 1 representing the goalkeeper. And it looks like Dylan Talero has gone in on goal as Corty makes the save. Corner kick coming. City Soccer, their best look here in possession of this target score time. It is going to be a walk-off winner. Next goal wins for these two teams. Talero quickly across. He plays it a little bit too early. Space now to step into. City Soccer trying to show their composure. Talero now lays it back. Vinda Suba. Back to Talero. The strike! And that's all she wrote. City Soccer returns to TST and wins their opener in the group stage. The Golden Fleece and the 3 points will go to Dylan Talero. The Miami native, the former Inter Miami Academy player, closes it for his team. They were made to sweat after the goal by Cardinal Legacy in target score time. But City Soccer are able to hang on as they look to go one step further than last year, and they are in the driver's seat in Group B. They will face off against Hoosier Army this evening, and they will do so against a Hoosier Army team that will be desperate after losing 3-1 to Cagliari in their match just moments ago. And that one is going to be a treat. These two teams will step on the field once again at 8:15 for their next group stage matches. But City Soccer, they came out of the halftime break with a different purpose and a different momentum, and they get the winner as City Soccer take it 2-1 to open up Group B play.